What is going on, Evolutions fam? Today we are back again with another dope car review. I am bringing you guys my 2018 Volvo S90. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Alright guys, so like I said, we are in my 2018 Volvo S90 T5, and so let's just talk about the trim levels real quick. So the T5 is basically the entry level S90, and then you have the mid-range, which is the T6, and then the top of the range is the T8. So the differences are basically with the T5, you get just a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 250 horsepower. The T6, you get a turbo and supercharged 2-liter, making about 316 horsepower, and then the T8 is basically the hybrid version of the T6. So you have, again, a 2-liter turbocharged and supercharged model, and again, you have the hybrid assist with it as well. 2018 one makes about 400 horsepower stock from the factory, and with that being said, honestly, I do hear a lot about the T8 as far as like maintenance-wise and upkeep for that. So I am very glad I did get the T5, even though I do wish I did have the hybrid assist with it though. But the T5 is honestly a great option for anyone that wants to get into an entry-level luxury car. Alright guys, so with that being said also too, in my opinion, the S90 is the best looking out of its competitors. And keep in mind the competitors are the Mercedes E-Class, Audi A6, and BMW 5 Series. And with that being said too, with the appearance of them, on the front you have what's called Thor's headlights, basically that resembles Thor's hammer. So in my opinion, is probably the iconic part of modern Volvo of those headlights, because every single new Volvo that comes out now has those headlights itself. With that being said too, on the S90, the lines of it, in my opinion, are the best looking because everything just flows together, honestly. So you have basically the side profile where everything, like I said, just flows. There's no like overture as far as like the arches or anything else like that, like you have in some other competitors' cars. And as well as that too, some of the S90 trim levels has the I guess like the performance body kit on it, if you will. So you have basically the integrated tailpipes on the back side. You also have an inscription package which gives you more chrome on the outside and not as much black on the outside like is in the Momentum. And that, honestly, in my opinion, I wish I did have, because it looks absolutely killer. I'll post a picture of it right now for you guys, that way you guys can basically compare each of them. And then going around the back of the car also, you guys have what I call the lobster hand, I guess, tail lights. And again, like I said, I'll post a picture of a lobster hand that you guys can see, but it just sort of resembles that for me, in my opinion, in a funny way to remember it by. You also have a huge moonroof that honestly opens up all the way to the back of the car, and that's again another pro that I believe that this has over, you know, Mercedes, Audi, and BMW that really you have to pay optional for, and this one it comes standard. So going on to the interior of the car. The interior of the car honestly is very minimalistic, very basic. In the Mercedes, again, you have a bunch of buttons. Volvo, it's just very minimal. Everything is done through the car on a touchscreen, which you have right in front of you, and it's very easy to use. The only thing I really don't like about it is sometimes how slow it can be. It's in my opinion sort of an outdated system that honestly the new ones have fixed that problem, and you don't have a problem with the new ones. But if you get, you know, a used one that's a couple years older, you will have the older system in it, and it can be a little slow at times. Besides that, it works perfectly fine. You have a wood dash everywhere, wood everywhere on the steering wheel, on the dashboard, doors, everything, and it looks very classy on the inside, especially in the right color combination. Absolutely phenomenal the way it looks. And on top of that too, if you get the inscription models, you get real wood as well too. So that's always a perk as well. And if you guys, you know, don't want to spend that extra money, the regular T5, T6 Momentum packages will be perfect for you. And also on top of that too, with the interior wise of this car, you get a lot of space, especially in the back seat. Again, I'm 6'5", and I sit in the back seat even with me having a 6-foot passenger in the front seat. There is a lot of space, and that's one thing that I love about this car, and compared to you know, Audi, Mercedes, and BMW of the same competitor-wise, it's just the space of it. You cannot, there's no other car that's in this class that has more space than this car does. You have a large rear trunk, as well as, again, a really huge back seat, a lot of legroom in the back seat, and even up front. And again, like I said, my fiance sits in the front seat, and I can sit in the back seat and be perfectly fine. I have other tall friends that will sit in the front seat, and I can sit in the back seat and be perfectly fine. So if you're over 6 foot, there is no need to worry about like if you have enough space or not in this car. So now flipping around a little bit, let's talk about miles per gallon, because on a lot of my other videos, I never really talked about that, and I know a lot of you guys say that that's one of the most important things. I'm getting anywhere from 35 to 40 miles a gallon. Granted, I'm on a highway a lot. I also keep in the eco mode a lot because, I mean, it's a luxury car. There's no need for me to race like I did my other cars. And so I average anywhere from 35 to 40 miles a gallon. So as far as gas mileage wise, hands down the best in the market currently as far as in this class. Because like I said, I have yet to have any other car that I got 35, 40 miles a gallon on it, like on a daily basis. And so that is all thanks to a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Again, you get 250 horsepower out of it, and honestly, it feels like it has a little more than that. It's in my opinion, it's very underrated. As you guys know, Volvo are very underrated cars. My old S80 claimed to have 300 horsepower from the factory, and it really had more of like 320 horsepower from the factory, stock-wise. Now, with that being said, let's talk about maintenance, because maintenance can be a nightmare on a lot of foreign cars. And I have yet to do a single bit of like repairs to this car at all. Only thing I've ever done to it is oil change, oil filter, air filter, and that's really it. And I've had the car for about 7-8 months now, and I've put on almost about 60,000 miles in those 7 to 8 months. Granted, I do drive about an hour and a half to work every single day, back and forth, but I have 191,000 miles in my car, and I have yet to have any single problem with this car whatsoever. And that is all a part of maintenance. And usually on oil changes and just doing basic maintenance, you're looking at about $100, $150 to do oil change, air filter, and everything, just as far as maintenance wise, that you would to a normal car. And I do that every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. The recommended service intervals are 10,000 miles, but I've never taken it that far. But yeah, as long as you keep on maintenance on this, you will have absolutely zero problems whatsoever. And that can't be said for a lot of, Mercedes and Audis and BMWs especially. To all you BMW fanboys out there, I'm sorry, but you cannot beat the maintenance on this car, because it will last you forever. It'll run forever unless you stop taking care of it, like any other car. So maintenance wise, there's absolutely no problem with this car whatsoever. All right, guys, talking about more of the features of the car. So in regards to the features of the vehicle, you do have 8-way power adjustable seats in the front, as well as the rear seat. You have like the executive rear seat package in this. So basically where you can control the sunroof as well as control the front passenger seat from the rear seat. And on the T8 inscription models, some of them, as well as some of the T6 inscription models, you also do have the option of massaging seats as well too. This one unfortunately doesn't have it, but I have sat in a couple that had them, and it's pretty cool in my opinion. It also reminds me of my old S80 that had massaging seats in it. So I do wish I had them, but so I just need another fun gas saving car basically. In regards to more of the features of this car, you also do have a full digital gauge cluster up front, as well as, again, the touchscreen in the center, the full moonroof, and also, again, on some of the new ones that has the package on it, you do have full LED lights across the entire interior of the car. But like I said, this one doesn't have it, unfortunately. And that's honestly really it as far as the interior features of the car goes. You do have headlight washers. You do have a power operating liftgate as well, trunk as well too. And like I said, as far as that goes, that's really it. It's pretty basic for what it is. But so you do have, like I said, the pilot assist, as well as automatic start stop, automatic braking as well too, and obviously adaptive cruise control, which are in most cars nowadays anyway. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I do apologize. I'm trying to get back in the rhythm of shooting YouTube videos again, so I might be a little wishy-washy as far as like being excited too much. So please just bear with me, and I promise you I'll get back in the habit of how we used to do the old YouTube videos, and also bring you guys some really cool car reviews, as well as car shows as well too. So keep that in mind. Like I said, I love you guys. Thank you for watching this YouTube video, and our first YouTube video back to YouTube itself. We love you guys. Take care. We'll see you next time. Peace. see my friend Robert right there. Got his gorgeous Camaro. My mom hates my Camaro.
Ow! Stop! Man, I'm about to knock you out, boy.
So thanks everyone, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and hit that bell for notifications.
Yep.
We appreciate you all, we love you all. From the Evolution family, we'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
Peace.